Hi there, viewers! I know times have been tough for many of us. Just reading the news is enough to make you never want to go outside again. But believe it or not, positive attitudes and laughter can help. I'm not going to be one of those people telling you laughter is the best medicine and that all we need to do is cheer up. But chuckling can do some terrific things for your health. Let's talk about what happens to your body when you laugh more. Do you burn calories? Does it relax you? Does laughing make you cry? Wait, can laughter actually help you get pregnant? We're talking all that and more. Number 1. You lose control. Have you ever seen a person laugh so hard that they fall out of their seat? This is because the laughter is causing their muscles to weaken and go limp. This is known as cataplexy. Cataplexy usually happens when you're overwhelmed by a strong emotion. If something is just so funny that you can't help yourself, you'll lose control of your muscles. Mind you, most people don't fall out of chairs. They usually find themselves losing control of their expressions and making a funny face. This in turn can make those around you break out in laughter. There are similarities between cataplexy and narcolepsy, a neurological disorder that causes people to fall asleep in the daytime. But while narcolepsy affects around 1 in every 2,000 people, cataplexy is pretty rare. Yes, it's far from a disorder for most, but the majority of us will experience it every now and then. I mean, how many times have you laughed uncontrollably at something and felt as if your muscles aren't working? Here's what happens. There's a neurological pathway in all of us that controls muscle contractions. In the science world, this is called the Hoffmann reflex, or H reflex for short. This pathway will disappear when we laugh too hard, causing the muscles to become weak. What's the hardest you've ever laughed? Do you lose control of your body? Did other people around you think you were going crazy? Sound off in the comment section and start a conversation with our bestie community. Number 2. You become more relaxed. Weakening of the muscles doesn't just cause you to lose control. A good laugh can really cool you down. That's why so many people watch funny TV shows and movies when they're too worked up. When you see that YouTube video of the cat chasing a pigeon, it gives you a feeling of relaxation, like everything is going to be alright. Laughter is a natural stress reliever with both short and long-term benefits. When you see something you find amusing, your laugh will increase your heart rate and then decrease it. Laughter will also enhance your intake of oxygen-rich air. This will improve the state of your heart, lungs, and muscles. Laughing will relieve tension and increase circulation throughout the body. This helps to soothe the muscles. A good laugh can leave your muscles relaxed for up to 45 minutes after, but these are just the short-term effects. A special long-term effect of laughter is that it can provide a natural painkiller. If a part of your body is hurting, your favorite sitcom might just be a remedy for the pain. Laughter is known to bring down your stress level. An experiment once suggested that people with a good sense of humor are less stressed than those with a bad one. So that grumpy person at the office who never laughs at anything and always complains, they're probably ready to pull their hair out. Certain experiments have shown that some comedy enthusiasts have a higher tolerance for pain. We'll talk more about why in a couple minutes. Number 3. Improved immunity. Another great long-term effect of laughter is a strong immune system. Whether you're anxious, depressed, or just plain stressed out, negative thoughts will decrease your immunity and bring down your health. A healthy chuckle will relieve your body's stress hormones. From here, your immune cells will strengthen and infection-fighting antibodies will begin working. Some research has shown that subjects exposed to humor will experience a spike in T cells. These cells go to war against those that carry infection. This includes the kinds that assist cancer and tumors. So there's reason to believe that a happier attitude and lots of laughs can decrease your risk of disease. Number 4. You burn calories. Finding it hard to hit the gym? While nobody has shed 100 pounds on a regimen of straight laughter, a giggle here and there really puts your body to work. Studies have shown that laughing between 10 and 15 minutes a day can burn off about 40 calories. I know, that's not a whole lot, but if you just drank a small coffee, I guess you could work that off simply by watching a funny TikTok post. Mind you, this does depend on your weight, as well as the intensity of your laughter. But if you're an easy laugher whose funny bone is tickled by even the slightest joke, you could lose up to 4 pounds in a year. You might also want to do some cardio too. Just saying. Number 5. More endorphins. Remember a second ago when I mentioned that people who laugh tolerate pain better? Well, this is because of the endorphins in your system. Endorphins are hormones that give you a positive feeling in your body. When released, the endorphins will interact with the receptors in your brain and reduce pain. Endorphins are normally produced through physical activity such as exercise, but laughter can also do the trick. When you're feeling down, your laughter will take away your emotional pain and boost your mood. Mind you, this is also temporary, so if you're suffering from severe depression, you're gonna want to do other things to improve your mental state. This includes eating better, more workouts, and breathing exercises. You might also want to speak to a doctor. Before we continue, have you been taking care of your skin? There are several things that can hurt it. Check out our recent video discussing 14 sneaky habits that are clogging your pores. Now back to our list on the effects of laughter. Number 6. It closes the throat. Let's get into one of the negative effects. I get it. Your throat closing up sounds terrifying, like you've been stung by a bee or something. But don't sweat it, it's not as bad as you think. Have you ever laughed so hard that you're gasping for air? Well, this happens because the respiratory system has partially cut off your air intake. When you're laughing too hard, the larynx closes halfway. As a result, you're not taking in as much air. This is the same reason some people snort while laughing. They're having trouble taking in the proper amount of air. Number 7. It may increase pregnancy rates. Okay, now we're getting into crazy territory, right? Well, the idea of laughter and forcing pregnancy does sound off. There was an experiment to back it up. Sort of. In 2011, a study was conducted on women who had recently had an embryo transfer. The women were split into 2 groups. The first was shown a stand-up comedy routine and the second group was not. In the end, 50% of the women from the first group got pregnant. This led the researchers to believe that laughter could assist pregnancy. Keep in mind, much more research needs to be done. It is interesting to consider though. Number 8. You will cry more. Lots of us have chuckled so hard at something that we begin crying. This happens easier for some than others. There are several reasons why this might happen. For some, laughing can bring us to a heightened emotional state. Tears are activated as an attempt to return us to a state of normality. Some experts in neurology suggest that the part of the brain that controls laughter is the same part that controls sadness. There are people with brain trauma who develop conditions where they will involuntarily cry or laugh. Other theories state that hard laughter puts too much pressure on your tear ducts. This is brought on by your muscles shaking. Laughing tears are known as reflex tears. They are released in order to protect your eyes from irritants. It's similar to what happens when your eyes come in contact with sliced onions. Number 9. You wet your pants. I'll go out on a limb here and say that very few of us have experienced this one. Yes, it is quite possible to need a bathroom when something is hilarious. This is because of the muscles that contract around your abdomen during laughter. If this area is super sensitive, your liquids will begin to release involuntarily. Some of you might be relieved that you haven't wet yourself laughing, but don't get your hopes up. Many of us will experience this as we age and our bladder gets weaker. Do you find that you laugh easily? What are some of the positive effects it's had on your life? Let us know in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Bestie. Wait, what kind of bestie are we if we don't tell you about our other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or right video and enjoy.